What is happiness? The concept of happiness is varied, but despite not knowing what it means, we are always looking for it. Many times we go through an emotional state that we describe as happiness, but that after a while loses its value. For example, when we buy something to wear that is fashionable, it can make us feel happy, but after a while we may not like this garment anymore, or even the trendy clothes we had at that time. But why do we stop liking something we thought we would always like? And how is it possible to build happiness and make future decisions if the concept of happiness is so unstable? When I researched on the internet what happiness was and what caused it, it said that it was a feeling of fulfillment and well-being that we experience when we reach our goals, desires, and purposes. But if this is the definition of happiness, how come sometimes reaching our goals doesn't bring us no happiness at all? For example, sometimes when I pass an exam that I really wanted to pass and for which I study and work hard, I do not feel anything. And I wonder if this is or why something that should make me happy doesn't. When I discovered that this feeling of emptiness that I used to have was normal and that it happened to many people, I asked myself why. What I noticed is that many times the scheme that we as a society have depends a lot on goals, and the main objective is to reach them. But what we do not appreciate is the route we must take to reach these goals. The path you travel to reach those goals should not be the bad part, because it is the part that nourishes our learnings. That's why when you choose a goal, you don't only have to see the final stage as the triumphant moment. Beyond external recognition, which is usually seen when we achieve these goals, self-recognition and satisfaction is also important. That's why I started thinking about the type of motivation that I had for different things in my life. If it was intrinsic motivation, doing something because it's personally rewarding for me, or if it was extrinsic motivation, which involves doing something because it's personal, I want to earn a reward or avoid punishment. Obviously, there are obligations that I must fulfill, such as school, but there are also new projects that I can choose to do and do them simply because they make me happy. That's when I noticed what was happening to me with my guitar. I started doing it as a hobby, only for pleasure and to pass the time, but then, without realizing it, it came with a lot of goals that I did not feel as such because I enjoyed the process towards them. That's why I understood that it is not bad to have goals, because this is going to be what makes you grow and increase your interest in something. But what we have to appreciate is the route we travel to reach those goals, and if it makes you happy. It quickly became a pillar in my life, not just an activity to pass the time, but something new that gave my life a purpose with constant new goals. These simple things are what improve your life. That's why when you choose a goal, you don't only have to think about the final reward or the final merit. You also have to think about the process to reach those goals. Thank you.